Pierre, tourism was decimated this year because of the pandemic, and now the hospitality industry is on a cliff edge. Yet the intake for academic year 2021 was the highest to date in ITS's history, I understand. Given the uncertainty the industry faces, how do you explain this increase in the number of students, and what courses are most in demand?
So thank you for inviting me. We believe that the situation is a temporary one. We just heard the Honourable Minister mentioning that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And in fact, our recruitment campaign this year, we were focusing our tagline on getting out of this stronger and looking for a brighter future. I think the increase is not a one-off, because we have been building on previous campaigns that we did in the last 5 years to increase the number of students that come to study in our institute. The demand, obviously, from the industry is big. I'm talking pre-COVID, basically from 2015, a decision was taken because before we used to have a lot of students coming in and unfortunately dropping after the first 3 months. And also the level of outcome was, we were receiving feedback from the industry about the level of outcome as well. In 2015, we increased the O levels needed to enter into ITS, and a lot of people told us, why are you increasing these entry requirements? This will result in a decrease in number of students. But we always thought that the students who enroll to ITS should not be the students that don't have anywhere where to go and choose ITS to come to study. But we wanted the students to choose this industry because the industry offers great careers, not only a job. So this was the time as well where we embarked on the campaign I mentioned before. And also we emphasized the fact that ITS is not only a culinary institute, because most people think that ITS is a culinary institute, and it's not. We offer a wide range of courses other than culinary arts. We also started offering courses at higher levels, at level 6 and 7, so degrees and master's degrees, as they are more commonly known. Apart from that, we also offered a wider range of courses because we think that ITS should venture into other areas. This year, we launched 2 innovative courses, mainly in climate friendly level and diving safety management, which are 2 important roles in our sector. And I must say they are the first in the world, first of their sort in the world. Apart from the fact that we are collaborating with top-rated institutions from around the world. So, yes, I think that although the industry is facing such uncertainty, but I think that all the work we did in the last years and the campaigns that we have embarked on are resulting in students having more confidence in coming to study with us. And they are seeing a future, notwithstanding the situation with COVID, which again, I reiterate, it's a short-term situation. You asked me about what type of courses are mostly in demand. Yes, culinary arts obviously tops the list. So we still have 30% of our students who actually choose the culinary courses. But it's nice to see that we have another five sectors which mainly see 10% of this 10% each, and these are in management and tour guiding, which it's an area where we had a lot of shortage in the last years. Travel and tourism, the foundation courses, also, which are very important for us, especially at the lower levels, and master's degrees. Then the rest is taken between climate friendly travel, as I said, events, service, and rooms division.
Over the last decade or so, we've seen a boom in the hospitality industry. One of the side effects of this has been the explosion in using expatriate staff. And I don't mean just in managerial positions, but in the lower ranks as well. Some critics, in fact, claim that this worked against an authentic Malta experience, because some of these expats are not familiar with, say, some local foods they serve or places of interest on the island and cannot answer questions from guests. What's your take on this?
So, expats are here, we're here, and will be here. So we cannot sustain the tourism industry without the need for experts. So it's wishful thinking. So we need the important thing is that we need to make sure that we train them in a way that they will offer closer to a Maltese style of service that we're used to. When you say, let me go back a bit. I remember 25, 30 years ago when I enrolled as a student at ITS. At the time, the industry was mainly run by foreigners and the frontliners were Maltese. Now it's the other way around. The industry is mainly managed by Maltese and the frontliners are foreigners. This phenomenon is not only in Malta, it's being experienced all across Europe. So it's not a phenomenon that we are experiencing only here. We, over the past, I think 3 years, we have reached out to people in the industry and offered training opportunity to tackle these issues that you just rightly mentioned. And unfortunately, I must say that we did not see too much enthusiasm from the industry to actually send their foreign employees to such training. I'm not generalizing because we have companies that actually reverted to that, to sending their employees for training. But I heard a lot of times in different fora that, for example, why should I send these employees to train? If I train them, the probability is that they will leave and they go to my competitor. Or if I train them and after 4 to 6 months they go back to their country. We must understand that these are the frontliners. These are the people who serve the breakfast, service the rooms, serve you in the front of house. So it's very important that we train. When we keep on training, it's extremely important.
Given what the minister said about working patterns and behaviors, has the curriculum changed at ITS? I know you touched on new courses, but are you teaching things that you didn't in the past because of the pandemic, as opposed to sort of introducing new courses? Put it another way, how do you foresee the new normal?
Yeah, I actually tend to agree with the minister, but changes in the work patterns and behaviors have, especially in our industry, have been changing along the years. Maybe COVID will amplify these changes, but our industry is a very dynamic one. And to be honest, if we stop reinventing ourselves, we will lose our competitiveness as a country, I'm saying. And this is across the board in terms of attracting tourists to our island, as well as when it comes to attracting human capital. So I tend to look at it from both angles, because as an industry, we need to make sure that we attract the best possible employees. And that will eventually result in attracting more quality tourists at the end of the day. And it seems that there is a consensus that although we need the numbers as a country, but because to sustain all the businesses that we have, but we also, I think it's the right time that we start thinking about also started increasing that sector of the tourism market, that the quality side of the sector.
So upping the quality is basically what you're saying.
Yes, we constantly change our curricula. Courses are updated yearly. This is being done in consultation with the industry, as well as through research by our academic staff, obviously. And to be honest, we do this because if we don't do so, we end up with outdated courses which are useless.